What's good, y'all? This is the Trapping with God's podcast. I am Angela with the goods.
And I'm Coach K.
Yeah, we are back, and we're grateful to be back with y'all, having these amazing conversations. We're so grateful that you're here with us.
Absolutely.
And you're listening and you're tapping in, and we've gotten some good feedback, and we are just so excited to be living in what? Can you
The
read
present.
in our purpose?
No? Okay.
You
Oh,
think so?
what you?
We vibing.
Yeah, we vibing. Shit, I thought I was supposed to know something.
I was
gonna
just saying
say.
if you could read my mind. Like,
Hell no.
see, we on the same page.
Yeah.
So we like to start off with a prayer. Coach K, you gonna lead us?
And so I'm gonna get you. You gonna lead one day.
I'm gonna lead one day.
Yeah. What? Let me ask you. What's stopping you from praying? You think it's a special for art to prayer?
Nah,
I'm just curious.
nothing. I just want you to do it.
Oh, okay. I'll take it as a compliment. She liked the way I pray.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, God, thank you for this moment. Thank you for this present moment that we're in. Thank you for breath. Thank you for life. And we just ask that you guide us in this conversation so that we can awaken to the best in ourselves and also help our listeners and viewers do the same. And it is so.
Amen. 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 Ashe. All right. So today we want to talk about freedom.
I like that topic.
And let's hit on like, what does freedom look like? What does freedom mean to you? How can we be free? Ooh, I like that one because like I have friends that do certain type of work with people, and they be like, we trying to get free, or I'm doing this to get people free. And I'm like, to me, it don't sound right, really, because you're approaching it like the person is not already free. Reflection, I'm free.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm free.
How do we get that consciousness to know that we free?
But what we choosing is to not be free. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the freedom is in your mind. It's in your perceptions of how you're perceiving things.
Yeah, I got a lot to offer on this conversation. I can, all I can do is speak on my personal experiences. But like I've mentioned this before, like I recently sold my house and quit my job. But before I did that, I really, and I don't know if you remember me telling you, like I really felt trapped. I felt as though the job, specifically my job, had just made me feel trapped.
I feel like a lot of people feel like that in their job.
Yeah. I felt, and I was very unhappy. And my whole premise was I gotta get, like what you were just saying, like I'm not free. That would indicate that I'm not free. If I feel trapped, that would indicate that I'm not free. Well, why do I feel trapped? It's the first thing. I couldn't see that at first. All I knew was like I gotta get out of this job. That was my main thing. Like I gotta get free, like you were saying, but I couldn't make sense of it until I could actually see it in my life. So in order to do that, I felt like I had to sell my house, because I was like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna provide for myself and my daughter? And so I felt like that was something that God told me to do, was to sell my house. Even now on the journey, I feel like the reasons why I sold the house really wasn't for reasons why, that God told me to sell the house. But nevertheless, why was it that I felt trapped? Why is it that I didn't feel free? And I can go into a long, long story, but the bottom line is that I trapped myself. I didn't feel free because of certain decisions and choices that I made in my life. So for me, in response to your question, like why? Because for me, it was certain choices that I made that made me feel trapped in my mind. That I felt like I had to undo. in order to be free.
So since you sold your house, and do you feel free now?
I feel free, but then there's still, like I mentioned to you guys before, like there's still fear surrounding that, which is, it's a whole different type of process now, because it's like now you felt secure when you had a job, and now that you don't have a job, technically I'm doing that because as defined to the world, I'm not working right now because I don't have a job, so to speak. But now you fearful because it's like, how are you going to get money? How are you going to get money coming in? Or are you going to run out of money? So those are the thoughts now. But I know at any time I could go get a job or, doing something to help sustain myself. But it's even those thoughts. So do I feel free? Maybe not. Maybe to feel free from not working a job I don't want to go to every day, I guess you could say.
It makes me think about Abraham Hicks, her quote about, we so free we can choose bondage. And
you said that before. What is it about that quote that make you think?
Because I feel like that's what we do. Like, we have a choice. If freedom is like it's like mental. And we have a choice to be free or not, to recognize the freedom that we have. Really, like going to a job that you hate every day, that's a choice. You know what I'm saying?
Some people might not feel like that's a choice, though, Angela.
And that's cool. But the fact of the matter is, it is a choice, though. It's a choice. Everything is a choice. And so, like, we have...
that's a deep.
Yeah, because, like you said, you go to work because you got to pay your bills and you got to, responsibilities and all of that stuff. You have a certain type of lifestyle that you might want to maintain. Even if you live in paycheck to paycheck, you like, okay, but that's the security. But then also at the base of that too is like, it's a lack of trusting that everything's going to be okay. And that is hard, actually. It's very hard because you don't know what's going to happen. Like, you leaving your job and you selling your house, you stepped out into the unknown. You don't know what is going to happen, which is life, really. We're living in a time, like we're living in false, like your dad says, it's an illusion.
Yeah.
We're waking up every day in this system or this like place of like, I know what's going to happen. Reflection. You don't know what's going to happen.
Okay. Check you out good.
You don't know what's going to happen. It's fake. That's fake. That's not real.
Damn. That just triggered something in my mind, because I'm like, that's a part of not feeling free, or that, that natural freedom that's just naturally a part of our being, is the control aspect of it. Because when we try to control everything, that's when we start creating unfavorable circumstances for ourselves.
And I was going to say anxiety.
Yes. Like me talking about how I fear about running out of money. But you ain't out of money, though. You already to the end. You done created the end. You done created,
and that's another thing, we create from a negative place. You're not creating saying, hey, I got this money, it's gone, I'm going to give somebody $1,000 and I'm going to get $5,000 in return. It's like we create from a negative place. And why is that?
Oh, that's good, Angela. We create from a negative space. Oh.
Yeah, not us. We don't do that. No, I'm just
yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
We just outed us. I outed myself. So.
We just trapping right now, y'all, because that just made me think of capping. We not capping, we trapping, okay?
Yeah.
Because this conversations and y'all listening to us, hopefully it's helpful. We trust that it is helpful. And it's definitely helpful for us to stay trapping in these conversations, are us trapping, because we're reminding ourselves and y'all that of what it is, what the truth is. Like,
I was just about to say, you hit the nail on the head. The truth.
Yeah.
You have to be able to live your truth, though, and say it out loud in order to confront the lie and
you
the
brought
illusion
that to
of
me.
it all.
You helped me to like,
Yeah. Oh, did I?
and we still learning that though too with this. We will listen to Michael Stinger, y'all, this podcast or something I sent Keisha, but of what did you just say? Living in your truth and bringing it up, and not creating those blockages from like not really acknowledging what the fucking issue is.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And not wanting that. Like not actually wanting that to have happened. And that creates resistance. And that also goes back to what we're talking about limiting is like creating unfavorable circumstances. You know what I mean? In our reality, in our mind, feeling trapped, feeling unfree, feeling, that we hit a brick wall, have nowhere to turn. In reality, we actually do. We can release all of that. But it's actually having, I guess that it takes courage, I feel like, to do that.
Absolutely. Courage, faith.
Yes.
Just gotta know it's hard. It's hard. I've been in it for a long time with being an entrepreneur and stepping out of the traditional workspace for 5 years now, and it hadn't been easy. And I don't think it's been easy because at my own fault, because I'm been double-minded. Truly, I believe that. Like,
what's being double-minded, Angela?
I'm double-minded is like, I'm like, yeah. And then
like, yeah.
It's on, it's up. And then I'm like, ooh, shit. Oh my God. Like, I'm scared. And it's back and forth. It's not going to work
if this is happening or that's happening.
Or questioning why, when, where, how. You might ask yourself some of those questions, but the how, definitely not. We want to let that go.
Well, yeah, because when we have conversations and we trying to bring ourselves back into God consciousness, which is essentially trapping, what is it that's releasing the control again, I believe. Not forming it and trying to figure out how things are going to happen, how they're going to look, what's going to happen, things of that nature.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for sure. But freedom, man. Freedom. We all free, but for whatever reason, a lot of us don't. Like, I was just sharing my story. We don't know it, like, because we're not able to, like, physically see it in our circumstances.
I knew you was going to go there. That's another thing I like what you say. Like, we can't see it with our physical eyes, so we can't grasp it. We have to see it physically. We don't have to, but we are conditioned to have to see it before we believe it. But if you really think about it, that don't make sense. It's like,
why you don't think it makes sense?
Because it's like, okay, I'm gonna wait to be happy until this happens. Well, you're gonna be waiting.
You might not never be.
Exactly.
So then, yeah, I get what you're saying.
So it's like, why not be happy now? And also, like, even being able to say things is hard. Like, being able to tell people, like, you're gonna think this way is challenging because I'm conditioned. Let me speak for myself and make it personal. I'll be like, I'm gonna say I got a Urus, or I'm gonna have a Urus, or whatever. And it's like people looking at you like, how you gonna do that? Like, you so far away from that.
Right. You gotta have this amount of money to get a Urus, and whoop-de-whoop.
Yeah, but why I can't dream? Why I can't imagine? Why I can't use my imagination? Why can't I just, like, it don't cost nothing to do any of those things. It doesn't cost anything to be positive. It doesn't cost anything. People will be so skeptical about positivity.
Yeah.
About just having a positive attitude about what is possible for your life versus, like, you need to be worried or you need to be in fear about something. Because it's like, if you're not in worry, what you're gonna be let down, you're gonna be disappointed. But the fact of the matter is, you're not going to be, because God provides. You're gonna be provided for.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It might not look the way that you want it to look, It may not come the way that you want it to come, but it's gonna be what it needs to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. We be trying it. I was having a conversation with my daughter's father about, I'm about to be real transparent with y'all. So my daughter was with him for the weekend, and when I have my time, yeah, I just don't be wanting to do shit. I don't want to be bothered. The fact that I just don't want to do nothing. But what I'm saying is she had a game, and still it required me to be in mommy mode. Even though she was in with him in his presence, it required me to do some things that I didn't really want to do. So when I got to the game, I was verbalizing that to him, like, I don't want to do this, and I don't want to be here. And later on, just having a continuing the conversation, it's like, that's really freeing to be able to say what's really going on in your mind, because a lot of times we having these thoughts, and like what we talking about, Angela, why are we doing it? But what's also freeing is, like we were saying, recognizing the truth of it. You might not feel a certain kind of way, you might not, but giving yourself the space and the freedom to actually experience it, be in that present moment. You know, that's not to say that you are this, I'm a bad mom because these are things probably somebody would tell me. Oh, you don't want to support your child at her game. You're supposed to want to do that. That might make you a bad mom for that. You know what I mean? But am I? Because of that? I'm a person too. I have feelings. So being able to allow yourself to be free in your thoughts and your feelings as well. Absolutely. You know what I mean? And not trying to push those away.
Mm-hmm. I love that. And again, you bringing up what you bring up. Yeah. Speak your truth. What's your truth?
Shit. Yeah.
Let that be real. I remember I dated somebody, and she was like, when she had her son, she was like, after she had him, she was like, I wanted to throw him out the window. And she was like, yeah, we don't talk about it. She's like, I wanted to throw him out the window.
Yeah. See,
I love her truth. Yo, she always spoke her truth. Shout out to X-Bay.
Yeah. Listen to you, the X-Bay. Yeah. But I think also with that is fear, like you said, because at any moment you might fear that somebody's gonna judge, or maybe you fear. Like I was just bringing up.
Let's get into that judgment. I mean, we talk about freedom, but it's the judgment too. Like when you don't give a fudge,
Me and Angela been trying not to curse as much.
We had a whole conversation, like we're gonna try not to curse. Like what
that shit just didn't do nothing though. Like that didn't exude. Ooh, excuse me. That didn't
like that. It's like I said it was corny. Like, but I like the corniness. Like I like the corny. What the fudge? You thought I was gonna say FUCK?
I was hoping you was. Ain't that so horrible? Anyway, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, where were we going?
I can't remember.
Damn, homie, you normally be the one to bring it back.
I was talking about X-Bay.
Yeah.
And how
threw the baby. She said she wanted to throw the baby out the window.
Judgment.
There we go. We back now.
Bringing it back. So yeah, I think we are concerned about what people think, and that's why we don't express certain things. But also, like, then I think, like, where does that come from? So many questions. Conditioning.
Childhood. Is it judgment from others, or is it us judging ourselves?
I think it's what we've seen, what we feel, what we've been taught and conditioned to think is normal. Like what you talk about with your parenting. Mm-hmm. Like, why would you think that though? Like, who in your life told you that you need to be excited to go to your daughter's game,
or that I needed to actually go to every game?
Yeah, like where did that come from?
You know what? I don't know. It could come from, actually I would say this. Kids, when you're a parent, you start to see like how important it is for to support your children. Mm-hmm. I mean, fuck it. When I was a kid, I wanted my parents' support. You know what I mean? So I guess just from my own experiences, I'm assuming. But she said that at the beginning, because I was a little late. She said, I was looking for you. Like at the end of it, it's just like,
Yeah.
I was looking for you.
I mean, we know kids always
So,
want
yeah.
their parents. They want their mama. They want their daddy. They want to see their face. That's just an innate thing, I guess.
Yeah.
And even with both people, with as a parent,
Mm-hmm.
you want to show up for your child more than mostly. I'm sure.
Yeah,
Most
absolutely.
parents do. So
Yeah.
yeah, you just want to. You know that that's the right thing to do. You know that that's gonna be the right thing. But that's the thing that's gonna make your child happy. And so
Very true.
maybe that knowing creates some type of guilt when you aren't, when you don't want to do it.
Yeah, I could agree with that, Angela.
But the fact of the matter is, like you're saying, like, it's okay that I don't want to do it. Also.
Absolutely. And then I don't have to go to the fact that, to the extremes. Oh, you a bad mama because you.
So what are
don't
you gonna do,
wanna
though?
do it?
You gonna go to every game?
Most likely. No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. Actually, no, because we got the podcast fest coming up
Yeah.
this weekend, so probably not. That'll give me a reason to say why
you got an excuse.
I got it.
You can't just be like, I just tired.
But why?
You could be like, I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I know I don't have kids, so seeing disappointment in your child's face, like, oh, mommy, why didn't you come to my game? Oh, I was just tired, baby.
That should be enough.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a part of not being free. We hold ourselves to all of these, I don't want to say fake standards, but some kind of standard, some kind of, we are held to some kind of expectation, either by ourselves or in people we know or relationships we in. We're held to these expectations and standards.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that can also make you feel like you can't really be free or be live the kind of life you want to live. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Trying to think of, just in my own personal experience, things that have hampered my freedom and being able to feel free. Have you ever had a moment where you talked about your unemployment, time in your job when you felt, but any other times when you didn't necessarily feel, because you've been on your own, like doing your own thing for a while, Angela?
I have to come back to realizing the freedom that I do have and the freedom that I have created for myself externally. But again, I truly believe that freedom is in our mind. So like, I can wake up in the morning and be concerned and worried about things that I have to do and deadlines I need to meet and financial responsibilities and stuff like that. But that is definitely not freeing. And I think once I let go, and that's the journey that I told you I was telling you I'm on, is to understand what my source is. And my source is not anything that is external.
Oh.
And I feel like once I really get that into my body and I get that in my mind and my thoughts and I truly know it, then that's when the freedom will come. And like we've been talking about, I don't know nothing. I let it go.
Absolutely.
And allow things to unfold. And as I'm doing it more and more, it's more relaxing. Releasing those blockages that I've created, those triggers, which we'll have conversation about the triggers and things that we created. But once I let that go, dog,
I think this gone to the conversation we was having before when the gentleman you were just talking about, his name, I don't know.
Michael Singer.
Yeah, he was on an interview with Tim Robbins. Tony Robbins. My bad.
Nah, and I think it's Michael Singer or Michael Stinger, but I think it's Singer. But he wrote The Untethered Soul, and most people would probably know that book.
Okay, good. I mean, that's a resource you taught me, and maybe we can link that to that lecture or whatever that was.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure.
And link that for you guys to check it out.
Yeah, we'll put that on our YouTube channel, y'all.
Absolutely. But how you were talking about once I let go. How do you even let go? I think that was the conversation we were having before, like I'm trying to let it go, but what's keeping you from letting it go? Like, why can't we just let it go?
So I think that one of the things is being able to recognize when you having these certain triggers, being able to like recognize that, okay, if something happens and that comes through, I feel like for me and what I think he talks about is like meditation. You got to be able to recognize your thoughts. Like I was telling you this week, I was meditating, or last week, and I'm like, my mind is all over the place. My mind is I couldn't even I woke up and was praying, and before I knew it, I didn't even finish the prayer, y'all. Like I'm thinking about all this other stuff before I finish my prayer. That is crazy. My mind is all over the place. So meditation allowing me to, at least your mind, you're not going to stop thinking, but you are able to recognize your thoughts, or you're able to like see them. Like they say, it's a cloud. Let them pass by. Don't attach to them. We're attaching to these thoughts that we're having. And a lot of the thoughts, the key, what for me was, I'm getting excited now.
I know. I'm learning today. I'm sitting back.
The key was that I'm like, all of my thoughts are negative. Not one of my thoughts was like, you're beautiful, you're so successful, you're smart, you're funny. Oh, I'm so grateful. Oh, I love my house. I love the car that I drive. Oh, I got gas in my tank. I can read, I can see, I can smell. No, it was like, you got this bill coming up. How you gonna pay this? You know, you got this, you know, your body, like you need to go work out. What you're gonna eat today? Make sure it's healthy or whatever. I don't know. It's just negative thoughts, you know?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with negativity. Nothing's wrong with negativity. I think that's another thing too. I know I haven't wanted to be a negative person, but resistance creates more of this dagnabbit things you resist.
That's what I was just talking about. So being free to feel whatever it is that you feeling.
Yep. And I think that the key is, don't take up real estate in that feeling. I like negative feeling.
Okay, I love that. So what are some things that we can kind of summarize for ourselves as well as our viewers and listeners as to how to know that freedom isn't something that you have to obtain? Freedom isn't something that you actually have to get to. You're actually already free.
Period.
Freedom just is already here and present for you to enjoy. So, and some of the things that we talked about is allowing yourself to feel, and being self-aware of what's going on with you, being conscious of the things that you're feeling and thinking.
And how do you be conscious? By slowing down.
I like that. Slowing down. We talked about that. So slowing down, that's something we added in.
That's what I'm on. Slow down. Dog, if I can't remember, I put my keys on the table. It'd be little stuff you cannot remember that you did. You don't even remember. You know, we just on autopilot. Slow down.
Absolutely, slow down. And once you acknowledge and you're self-aware, you slowing down, you being present, and whatever issues you might be having, don't allow those things to take real estate. You know, in your mind and in your life.
Yeah. And one thing, a big thing, is to be grateful.
Gratitude.
Have gratitude for your life, dog. Have gratitude for the little things that are the best things and the free things. Yeah, like.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to evaluate. You know, I guess this goes in line with just being self-aware, but I think about myself like evaluating the choices that you've made and maybe some things that maybe have created you feeling trapped or feeling unfree, and knowing that it's okay to like choose freedom. Just choose it. Like you said, let go.
You might have to define what freedom is to you.
I love that. Absolutely. What is freedom to you?
And another thing that just came up in my mind was approaching things head on. Which is basically what you're saying, bringing it up.
Yeah.
Bring it up, bring it out. But, you know, it's like, I don't want to do my taxes. My taxes due tomorrow, y'all. It's the 18th. I don't want to do it. Why? Approach that.
Absolutely.
Approach
the truth.
it.
So yes, absolutely, y'all. This is what we bring to y'all. We helping ourselves as well as y'all learn how to ultimately live in truth. And living in truth is living free and living in love and living in the presence, which is in the presence of God.
Yeah, that's it.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, thank you for listening. We wrapping it up right now.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening, y'all.
Oh, you full, Angela.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I love this. So, y'all can find us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, Anchor, and it's Trapping with Guys. Don't forget the
Trapping, TRAPPIN, no
Yeah,
G,
no G
with guys.
Because we the G's. Y'all the G's.
Absolutely. And thank you for joining us.
And we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace.